coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today if you're in the Get Ready with me, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do or what I'm gonna talk about. Like literally, none. I have been waiting to film since 9. What time is it? Since 9, like about 9:30. Right now it's 2:40. And I can't muster up any awesome, interesting, or funny topics to talk to you guys about. So I was like, you just better get the ball rolling, sister. You need to get started because you're gonna lose daylight pretty soon. Okay, maybe not pretty soon, but you guys know my videos are like 72 hours long, so we gotta get this ball rolling. If you guys hear any weird noises, you know the drill. The dogs are eating. I need to stop open feeding them because I swear to God, they make way too much noise. Do you guys ever have like those, what are they called? Like those weird, I don't know, quirks, I guess, of things that annoy you that really just shouldn't. Like for me, it's licking, like lick smacking sounds. Like if a dog is like licking themselves, literally makes me want to jump out of a window. Or my dogs, they like chew with their mouth open. And it doesn't bother me when I'm not filming, but I feel like when I'm filming, it's just so noisy and interrupting. And I don't know why I just wasted 3 minutes talking about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Primer. I've never used this before. In fact, I found it mysteriously in my stash, like I find most things. Can you guys see? Is there evidence down there? Evidence of a mess? So I just found it in my stuff. Literally just found it randomly in my junk. And I was like, oh, if it's got sensual in the name, it needs to be all over my face. All right, so we're gonna go in with the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Primer. It's one of those that, you know, like a lot of fancy moisturizers come like this. And the reason they come like that is so that you don't put your fingers in like the container. You know, and contaminate the entire stuff. Or if it has really good healthy ingredients or natural ingredients. Oh, I think I put on way too much. Holy Moses, that's a lot of product. Do you see my face of concern? I'm like, oh, that is like, it's so weird. The feeling, you touch it and it's like, oh, it's just like a gel type moisturizer, but then when you apply it to the skin, it feels like a jelly, silicone-y, really wet. It doesn't feel as wet when you just touch it, but then when you're putting it on the skin, it's like really wet feeling. Huh, that's bizarre. So the claims of this primer are lightweight, hydration, minimizing pores, protecting skin from environmental pollutants. I guess we'll find out. I mean, it definitely feels really nice. Like, really nice. Like, I can jive with this. For foundation, what should I do for foundation? The other day, I did a combo where I was like, wow, Dani, like, you need to do this combo for the rest of your life. What was it? I knew I should have written it down. You guys, I forget everything. It was like the best combo ever. It didn't look like I was wearing foundation, but then my skin looked even. Oh. Okay, so for foundation, ooh, I haven't used this guy in a while, but I think he might be a little too light for me at the moment. I've really been enjoying the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. I really like this one. I'm almost out. I think I'm going to repurchase it with my 20% Ulta coupon. And then, which else should I use? The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. Why can't I just go in with one foundation? Should we do that? Why do I keep mixing foundations? Literally for the last like 10 years, all I've been doing is mixing foundations. I don't just go in with one. What if? I think I just had a really good idea. Okay, let's do it. If we mess up, it's all gonna be captured on film. What if I do this and this mixed together? Usually I apply this as a base. This is the Backlight primer from BECCA. So I apply it as a base and then I go in with foundation stuff on top. What if I use that and then this? Why am I acting like I discovered America? Like I'm literally acting like Christopher Columbus right now. Did he discover America or no? Or just discovered other stuff like coffee and chili? Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm in a really good mood today, you guys. I actually had a horrendous week. I mean, I'm talking horrendous. One of those weeks that make you question if God's good graces are upon you. And so I was like, man, this week is kind of awful. But then today I was like, you know what? Yes, you're sick. Yes, the week sucked. Yes, he's a douche. Like, yes, all of those things, yes. But ultimately, at the end of the day, who's in the mirror, girlfriend? You are. So suck it up, put on your big girl panties, and act like a grown-up, right? I mean, seriously, like, what is the point? What is the point of like, woe is me, wah, oh, I'm so sad, you know, like there's really no point. The only thing that happens when you're like, whining is you annoy people, A. B, you get like GI issues, and C, you get wrinkles. So none of that sounds awesome. But like I've told you guys, I literally have foundation all over my finger, which is why I'm doing this. This is how professionals put on makeup. I'm totally not even serious right now if you're new to my channel. So I've told you guys before, like a lot of people ask me like, how do you stay so positive? I'm like, oh, well, I choose to, but I think I give off the impression like I don't get sad or I don't get mad or I don't get upset or depressed or get anxiety. I do, of course I do. I just don't unpack and live there. You know what I mean? Like I give myself permission to own my sadness, to own my fear, to own my depression, to own my anxiety. Because it's mine. It's nobody else's. It's my sadness. So I don't give it the power. I'm like, you know what? Sadness, it's my sadness. I don't belong to sadness. So it's almost like perspective. So if I'm thinking to myself, like, this is my sadness, I'm going to own it, I'm going to feel it, but I'm not going to let it direct me or dictate me or tell me how to live my life. So I'll embrace it for a little while and then I'll move on. So I just went in with the Eve Pearl Duo Salmon Concealer in the shade Fair Light, I believe. Is it Fair Light? Yes, Fair Light. And this is just a brush from Zoeva, the 142. And then I'm going to go in with the foundation that I mixed. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless with the BECCA Backlight Primer. And I'm going to apply that with my finger first. And then we're going to go in with Beauty Blender, obviously. Because no, Beauty Blender is my tool of choice. It's thinning out the foundation significantly so, which might be a good thing because you guys know I like to see my skin through foundation products, and this is a full coverage foundation. So it definitely thinned it out, which might be a good thing because, you know, I want my freckles to show. So bump it out with your Beauty Blender and let's see how it's looking. What do you think? That's really nice. Man, maybe I just had a really good idea. This Beauty Blender needs to go into my empties. Do you put a Beauty Blender in an empties video? You don't, right? I don't think I ever have. I just throw them away. Do you guys know how, do you guys know when you're supposed to get rid of a Beauty Blender? It's like a secret rule. No, I'm just kidding. It's totally not secret. And I don't even know if this is like the official rule. I just kind of made it up myself from common sense. But, you know, some people have Beauty Blenders that they've had for years, which is gross. But, I mean, congratulations on saving $20 on a sponge. But for me, I noticed that after so many washes, because I wash mine every single time I use it, after so many washes, the pores on the sponge start to get a little bit looser and wider. And even though it is a synthetic material that is not supposed to absorb too much product, it doesn't stop being a sponge. So it'll still absorb product, correct? So it absorbs product. And then as the pores start to get larger from all the washing, obviously it's going to absorb even more. And then the other way that I know when it's time to pass it on is when it starts to get nail marks in it. So what I do, I don't have long nails. You guys know that. My nail beds are just really long, but I don't have actual long nails. But every time I wash a Beauty Blender, every time I use it, I wring it. Like I wring it and squeeze out all the liquid, and when I do that, you can see how my nails like go down. So it creates these little tears in the sponge. And so it gets to the point where the tears are pretty ugly. I don't know, maim the sponge to a point where like foundation gets stuck in there, or even the tip has like a little mouth. And so I'm like, okay, Dani, it's Time to let go of your beauty blender. All right, so far, so good. How does it look? I feel like it looks really glowy. Huh, not sparkly, glowy. Cool, I don't know, maybe when we add the powder, it'll kind of not be as dewy, but who knows? I haven't used the Urban Decay Naked Skin in quite a bit. I'm in the shade Light Warm. So we're gonna go give it some love, considering that Shape Tape is the only one that gets attention in this family. I really like the applicator on this concealer because it's a flat paddle, so you don't have to redip. You go in on one side for one eye and on the other for the other. And this is coming from Keroppi Queen over here with ginormous eyes. So you get enough product. Most people probably wouldn't even need to use the other side of the paddle. And then flip your beauty blender. Do you guys see that? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, like the tears on this part of the sponge. So you have to be careful that you don't like absorb all your concealer on there. Considering that my panda eyes have been insane lately. Then we're gonna set everything with a powder, and for powder, I'm just gonna use, man, that drawer is getting so messy. Do you guys see that mess that I have going on over there? I'm gonna set my entire face using the Translucent Loose, do my brows, and I'll be right back. You guys, I have a problem. So the last I remember, I put on my foundation and I told you I was gonna put on powder and then do my brows. And then, what's happening here? What's going on? What's going on with this craziness? And then I got a phone call, and it's literally been like 2 hours since I did this. So I have no idea what we were talking about. I have no idea what I'm doing next. No idea. What should I do? So let's go ahead and do eyes first. And for eyes, I wanted to use the Shany Cosmetics 7-layer whatever kit. I actually received this as a sample so that I could do an Instagram post, and a lot of you guys asked me about it, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just use it in one of my videos. So what it looks like is it comes with 7 layers of stuff, but you guys, look at this. It's so good. I was super pleasantly surprised with how amazingly good it is. But I don't know what kind of eye look to do today. I kind of want to do like purple. I don't think I've done purple in a while. I always just do purple on the lower lash line. But I haven't taken advantage of the purple layer in this kit. I used all the other layers, but not the purple one. I haven't even opened it. Okay, so the purple one, oh my God, look how beautiful it is. Let's see. This is not even fair. Not even fair. Do you see those colors? That's so pretty. What should I do? Is purple too like outrageous? Because I have to go out and like be social today. I don't want to be going out looking like Barney. Actually, like, has that ever mattered? Not really. So this other layer here, this one has all the other colors. I just realized that I didn't prime my eyelid. That's not a good idea. Is it? Does it really matter? Does eyelid primer really matter? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I don't have oily lids anyway, but I do know that my eye cream likes to ruin my life. So even though it removes the dry patch that I have on one of my eyes, it certainly does nothing else for like makeup application. The eyelid primer that I'm using is the one from Ulta, and this is in the shade, you know, this one. This one. I think it comes in 2 different colors. They have a like shimmery one, I think, and then this one. But again, I'm totally talking out of turn because I can't really confirm that for you. I know this one is the same shade as Painterly from MAC. The formula is just a little bit different. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have all my layers laid out in front of me for inspiration. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can get a better look at my face. Oh yeah, welcome to my face. Well, that wasn't even emphatic enough. It has to be welcome to my face. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys have a good view of what I'm doing. So I have all the layers laid out in front of me, or any of the ones that I could potentially use. I kind of want to get in after all these purples, but that's still a toss-up. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I will take this color right here, and just so you get an idea of how, look how soft these are. You see all that pigment? It's crazy. I was like, dang, Shany Cosmetics, what are you trying to do? Give everyone a run for their money. So what I'm doing is I'm applying that beneath the brow bone and then bringing it down to almost the lid, just to create a really smooth canvas. Super smooth canvas. If you create almost like a soft, smooth, or powdery surface, it's a lot easier to blend out your shadows. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Then, should I do lid or transition? For transition, I feel like with purple, oh, this is gonna be a tricky one, I think. I think I had a change of heart. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go in and do a green eye look. No, that's a little scary, so hold on tight. Big giant fluffy blending brush, and can you tell I'm nervous? So big fluffy blending brush, and I think I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's almost like a military or like a camo green. It is a matte color, matte, not MAC. And I'm gonna apply that as the transition very gently and lightly because it's a pretty dark color. And you guys know with transition shades, I'm kind of an animal. I'm kind of arbitrary with them and I get them all over my face. So when you're going in with such a dark color, you wanna be extra careful. So let's see. I'm not getting the color that I want right away, but I'm not gonna lose hope because it is a dark color. So you can't go in with way too much product at the beginning because you could potentially make a mess. And you guys know that I love to do my foundation first. Like there is no way you can get me to do eyeshadow first and then foundation. I just feel so unnatural doing that. I've done it before, but it's definitely not comforting to me. So let's see. Let's speed up the process, and I'm going to take this shimmery color right here. See what that looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God, look at that. I'm gonna put that all over my face. No, I'm gonna apply that to the lid very carefully because this is a very soft eyeshadow. Oh my God, you guys, look at that. Is that beautiful or what? I'm getting it everywhere, but it's totally worth it. Okay, so far we have, this is a transition and then the one right below it as the lid shade, but you could never tell. Do you see that color where my finger is? And that's actually on my lid. Such a difference, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I feel like I need to kind of emphasize the crease a little bit. Which brush should I use? Let's go in with this one. This is a MAC 217 and I'm going to take this really deep pine green shade and I'm gonna focus that. You need to stop making so much noise, buddy. I'm gonna focus that as the like outer V or crease color. And then we can go in and kind of blow out the transition again. So pretty. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? So pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I went this route instead because I was kind of having second thoughts about that purple. Have you guys ever done that where like you are super gung-ho, like I'm gonna do XYZ with my eyes, and then when the more you think about it, you're like, am I though? Am I? Is that a good idea? And you guys know, if you've been following me for the last 4 years, that we make questionable makeup choices on this channel. So the green is looking a little too green. You know what it kind of reminds me of? That little character on PJ Masks. If you guys have small children that watch the Disney Channel, is it Disney Channel or Nicktoons? I don't even know, I think it's Disney. I feel like that little green kid. I like it. I'm not sold. So I think I need to warm it up a little bit. And so I'm gonna go in with, let's say maybe this color here, or this one, or maybe a little bit of both. Do a little combo of those two shades and kind of warm up the green a little bit so it's not so green. Is that even, let's see how that looks. I think that's a little bit better. It makes it a little bit more delicate or softer, not so just like bam, Slimer green in your face. Let's see. Then I'm going to go in with a pencil from ColourPop. This is the shade Fast Lane. And I'm gonna run that on the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna top it with one of the green eyeshadows. I just haven't decided which one yet. This is a pretty dark green, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna top it with the lighter shade, the one we used on the lid, to lighten the color itself. And with ColourPop pencils, you want to work fast because they do dry pretty fast. So I'm going to take this small Delium Tools 772 and that same color that we have on the lid, and I'm going to just kind of smudge it out as much as I can because it's not going to smudge too much. When you're working with such a dark color, you want to be careful with like how badly you smudge because it can go like from pretty to not so pretty very fast. Then take a shader brush like this one and one of those peach shades, those peach colors that we used on top, and we're gonna run that a little bit below to just kind of warm it up so it's not just stark green on the lower lash line. It's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to see it, but it will make a difference. So again, repeat the process on the other side. So you're gonna put Fast Lane in the waterline and drag it down just a little bit, just enough so that you can smudge it out. Top it with the emerald green shadow, and then smooth it all out with the peach color. So go in with your little shader brush, smudge out that green, and then take the, it's still a small shader brush, it's just not as small as the other one, and then run that right below that. Kind of helps camouflage it a little bit too. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished off my eyes. I put in a pine green color in the tight line and the waterline. I know you guys just saw me leave off on the waterline, so I did it on both, top and bottom. And then I also applied mascara. If you guys were curious about this palette, I'm not gonna do a review on it. The kit that I got is the 7 layers all-in-one makeup set. But you don't have to buy this whole kit. If you were interested in like the individual palettes, you can get those on their own. I think they're only $10 each. So for example, me, I really loved the, this one. I think it's Waves of the Ocean, Ocean Waves, or something like that. I'll link it in the description box below. You can just get it on its own. You don't have to get the full set. And I would suggest getting the colorful palettes because they're really soft, they're very affordable, easy to blend. They are cruelty free, so there's that. Anyway, this is turning into a review. For face, we haven't done the face. What should we do? Should I do a little contouring and then like a peach blush and then highlighter? I think like a gold highlighter. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So for, oh, you know what? I have not used Hoola in a hot freaking minute. So let's go ahead and use Hoola to contour. I know it's not for contouring, it's a bronzer, you guys. Thug life, okay? Thug life. Don't tell me how to live my life. For some reason, every time I say that, don't tell me how to live my life, I find it hysterical. So I'm gonna take Hoola and then the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to carve out my cheekbones. Ooh, this was a bad idea. I forgot how warm Hoola was. How warm, look at that. Totally forgot. You know which Hoola I've been wanting to try and I just haven't gotten around to it? I have it around here somewhere. Is the light version. You know, they came out with like a lighter Hoola. I really want to try that one. Wonder if it's any good. I wonder if it would even show up for purposes of, you know, what I use bronzer for. So now I'm using the multitask brush from Real Techniques. Honestly, guys, I really feel like this color was a bad idea. Do you ever have those moments? I think I've already asked that question in this Get Ready With Me once, where you're like, maybe I'm second guessing my makeup decisions at the moment. So Hoola bronzer. I used to love this stuff too. I haven't used it in quite a bit. I mean, it doesn't look awful. I probably could have had a better choice though, right? No? Am I just being my own worst critic at the moment? Maybe, right? Ooh, oh, I went a little intense there. Put the brush down, Dani. Put the brush down. Okay, I honestly, like, I put on so much bronzer, I don't even know where I'm gonna put the blush. Is there even any room for the blush? One of you guys said that your pet peeve for beauty vloggers is when they don't look at the camera, or rather when they look at the viewfinder. I don't have a viewfinder on my camera, but I do have a monitor down here. So when you see me look down here, I'm looking at myself in the monitor. And I try my best not to do it very often, but I do catch myself doing it sometimes and I annoy myself. For blush, I guess where I was going with that is, I'm sorry if I do that. I totally don't do it intentionally. Totally not my intention. It just happens sometimes because I just want to make sure that I'm still on time. My camera cuts me off every 10 minutes. So like it only films in increments of 10 minutes. And so I want to make sure that I'm not like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and I'm like not recording. Used to happen a lot. So now I kind of keep track. This is from Archie's Girls, MAC Archie's Girls collection, Cream Soda. It was one of my favorite blushes of all time. Rather, it is, but it was limited edition. So again, I started refraining from using it in my videos for the simple fact that, you know, I would be like, this is my favorite blush, I love it so much. And then everyone's like, well, I can't get it, so why are you telling me about it, you know? So I stopped using it, but I do miss it. A really similar color is Immortal Flower from MAC as well. I'm not sure if they made it permanent. It was a limited edition color. Immortal Flower was also limited edition. You guys know how MAC is. MAC, just don't get me started on MAC. So it was a limited edition color, but I believe, no, I don't believe. I think I'm just talking out of my butt. I was hoping they would make Immortal Flower permanent, but I'm not sure. If it is, I'll leave it in the description box below. If it's not, you could probably find it at your local CCO. And I know I'm gonna get asked what a CCO is. A CCO is Cosmetic Company Outlet. It's an Estee Lauder outlet store. So they carry all Estee brands like Clinique, MAC, MAC, Smashbox, what other brands? They carry a lot of brands and mostly limited edition holiday stuff, and they're all at discounted rates. Colors that they've discontinued, especially like shade range wise. So if they discontinued your shade, you could find it at those stores, certain perfumes. Now I'm gonna go in with a highlight. And for highlighter, I'm gonna use, I said I was gonna use a gold, so maybe 24 karat magic in the air. No, I'm just kidding. Is this, oh no, it's Holly Gold Head, the Wet n Wild one? Yeah, should I use this one? I don't know, you guys. I kind of wanted to use another limited edition product, but I'm trying to keep it, you know, keep it under control. So this is the Wet n Wild, like the gold bar highlighter. I don't know if anyone even says it by the name, because it actually has a name. It's called Holly Gold Head. That sounds kind of inappropriate. I just call it the gold bar. I just realized it had a name. That's interesting. Do you guys ever do that? Oh yeah, by the way, it has a name. On the nose, obvi. Then we're gonna do up here by the temples, bring it down to the apples of my cheeks. And I think that's it. And then we're gonna do lips and we're done. How does that look? Look at my nose. It looks like a light bulb. I totally forgot to put a little bit of highlighter on the inner corner of my eyes. I don't always highlight the inner corner. I feel like, I don't know, I just forget. I get lazy, but the green is a little bit intense, or rather dark. So it almost highlights my panda eyes. It makes them look a little bit darker than they normally are, which is saying a lot. So by putting a lighter shade here, it kind of opens up this area and it doesn't darken the like shadowiness, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make it look as dark. Whereas if it was just a dark color, it almost brings out the darkness in my panda eyes. So we're just trying to fake the funk. And now for lips. I'm gonna go in with a nude lip liner, and this is Ex-Girlfriend from Urban Decay. It's in funny packaging because it was launched with the Gwen Stefani collab, but it is a permanent shade. So you can still get it, it just doesn't look like this. It's one of my favorite nude lip liners. Definitely recommend it. The problem with Urban Decay lip liners is the same problem as ColourPop lip liners. They're so soft and delicious and buttery and perfect, but you use them up really fast. And the packaging itself, like the tube, is really hard to sharpen, but I have a secret weapon. So my secret weapon with lip liners like these, ColourPop, L'Oreal Silkasim, Urban Decay, they're very stiff and they're very hard to, that's what she said, they're very stiff and they're very hard to sharpen, but the best sharpener I've ever used is Urban Decay's Grindhouse. It's a $10 sharpener, it's worth every penny, but if you're like, you know what, Dani, $10 is too much, wait for 3 to 4 times a year. Ulta has it on sale for like $5. Definitely worth it. I mean, I would pay, I have 2, and I would pay the $10 for it. It's amazing. It doesn't lose its sharpness, so it sharpens them real easy. It leaves them amazing. I mean, it doesn't eat up a lot of the actual pencil, and if it does, it comes with that little handy dandy pick. Oh, and it also has 2 barrels, like 2 sizes for pencils. Now with lips, I'm going to go in with Urban Decay's Fireball. This is a metallized, is metallicized a word? I don't even know. I make up words all the time, you guys. So it's a metallized color, it's Fireball, and if you're unfamiliar with Fireball, it's one of their duochrome shades. They have it in like highlighter, eyeshadow, lipstick, lots of stuff. I'm gonna put that on top. Holy big enormous lips, Batman. Do you see how big my lips look with this lipstick? You guys, you have to run out and buy this lip combo. Look how huge. I mean, my lips are already pretty big, but that like metallic finish, it makes them look so much bigger. Can't say I'm complaining. Maybe I should go out tonight with my new lip combo. Anyway, that is it for this Get Ready With Me. All of the products that I use will be listed and linked in the description box below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know maybe some topics, questions, conversation starters that you want to see in the next Get Ready With Me, because today I really struggled at topics. I feel like most of the topics that I discuss on these Get Ready With Me's are things that I draw out from your comments, questions, and things like that, and they really inspire me to have this conversation, you know, and it gets a really good dialogue started. But today I was like, man, I feel like I'm all tapped out on ideas. So if you guys ever have like, I don't know, conversation starter or something that you want to leave in the comments, maybe it'll inspire my next Get Ready With Me. So I think that's it, guys. You know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye, guys.